one of the harder live-action universes to dissect because they lack showings. Superboy, for example, at times feels out of place because of how strong he is. You guys know the mojo under Yellow Sun. He's a clone of Superman and Lex. He has a lot of Kryptonian powers like heat vision, super strength, and all that good stuff. So I think it's time to analyze how strong he is. Don't you agree? His body's durable, bullets ain't gonna cut it. Can literally outrun the speed of a bullet, catch it on the other side. Has heat vision, super breath, aka super strong lungs. He's got super eyes, x-ray, and telescopic vision to where he can see you from far away. You can't hide from him. Poor phones. You see how he tosses a bowling ball? It's so heavy to everybody else. Everything he does seems to be effortless, like throwing car doors, throwing cops really far. Holds up this guy one arm and slings him far. He's like a brick wall. Stupid gun, he can break and bend. Thick doors, he has the strength to rip big stuff like this off the hinges. Stuff like this, he just pushes it down with ease. He's not a fan of doors. He can easily sling stuff like cars. Armored people, y'all are a joke to his punching power. Stuff like this, he can just punch through and rip it out. Are you really shocked he can punch really hard? He has super speed along with his muscles being ridiculously strong. He can play bowling with men and actually do a strike. Soccer kick you against others. Thundercloud. Yes, he actually did a thundercloud. One strike can send this many people flying. I feel bad for your guns because he'll punch through them. Beast Boy, somebody can turn into any creature. He just punches him. After getting bitten, punches him again and made him drowsy. There's multiple strong fighters on Titans that we've seen Superboy overpower. There's occasions where he's not in his right mind and other Titans have a hard time getting out of his grip to kind of show the hierarchy a little bit. Like Starfire literally can't get out of his grip. Down at Troy, somebody that's basically Wonder Woman 2.0, we see him getting in a slugfest with. Beings that are relatively strong when it comes to punching power. Still can kind of get the edge over. Even alien beings fly back and he doesn't fly back to show his power level compared to everybody. Like he can move this fast, but he's fast enough to combat at these speeds. Like we literally see him stare at the bullets, then outrun the bullets. Honestly, with all this strength and speed, he got to be careful not to kill people by accident. This is an example of him holding back, tapping people, knocking them out. This is what would happen if he didn't hold back, punching beings' heads off. But this can give you an idea of his fighting speed. He could punch you like this, basically. This is a clear example of his fighting speed. This apple didn't even have no time to fall, and he was able to do all this typing and crap. And he's back in the same spot before he falls. He has the reflexes and fighting speed to where he can watch an explosion move in slow motion. Even when off guard, doing stuff like that is too slow for him. He's so fast, he can just observe the room really good in slow motion. I mean, we still don't know the limits of his strength. I mean, he is a clone of Superman after all. He can use his raw speed to literally push you through walls with ease. Imagine somebody with this much strength blitzing you through the wall. Let me stop. Busting through walls like this thick is just another day in the life for him, if we're being honest. At this point, do you even have any doubts he can punch through super thick concrete brick walls at this point? He can affect a lot with just a small breath. Like affecting all that, even affecting a building. Do moments like this prove he could freeze an entire building in an instant based on how much he was able to freeze in that little small amount of time? When we get into magical type stuff, this snake came out of somebody. His heat vision can incinerate it. One could say the best way to understand his full potential is to understand what this universe's version of Superman can do in the Titans lore. Because they always bring up how he has the DNA of Superman of this universe. We never seen him, of course. We never seen his face on anything. But they say he has the DNA of a guy that can lift skyscraper. Like, we haven't seen Titan Superboy do anything close to this level of strength in the show, but one could say he probably could if they had a higher budget or something, but in the lore, he might be able to do it if we go by his full potential, because he's nowhere near his max potential because he can't fly yet. I personally think Superboy would have the strength to lift up tanks. We haven't really seen him struggle lift up anything, really. He has to always hold back. Lifting up tanks seems totally plausible, over 60 plus tons. That's definitely something I can see him doing at least. But what do you guys think his limits are? I actually kind of think he actually could actually lift the weight of a building or a couple skyscrapers, I believe so. Since he has the genetics of Superman of his universe, I think that's totally possible. I definitely think he can at least lift the Statue of Liberty or some crap. I mean, we haven't really seen his limits, man. But he does, however, get to actually meet the Superman of his universe. So who's to say, like, at his full potential after training with Superman, he couldn't do all this stuff that you might be skeptical about. Heck, even learning how to fly. Yeah, so after training with Superman, I think this is definitely possible. And imagine what his punches feel like at super speed. I would say as a bare minimum, his punches can at least do this to buildings, like, or collapse them real bad, right? Bare minimum. if he can lift a building up. If we take that statement serious about him getting trained with Superman, and if them statements are true about Superman lifting a skyscraper in this universe, I don't see no reason why he couldn't do this with his punches, you know? Maybe with a thunderclap or something. I mean, if Superman in this universe can lift skyscrapers and fly faster than the speed of light, there's a good chance that if Superboy's getting trained under him, he might be able to eventually be able to move faster than the speed of light. That alone, the speed alone would change the game. Not even talking about his just raw strength, but imagine him punching you at the speed of light. That would automatically make him be able to just level the entire city with ease. Superboy gaining his full potential, being able to fly at faster than light speeds. This will make him a pretty strong live action version if this is true. Trigon has very little screen time, but you can kind of get an idea of a possibility of how strong these superpowered beings are in this world based on the lore, the past feats that Trigon's done in this universe's lore. Take this with a grain of salt because this stuff did happen off screen, but it more than likely did happen in the lore. This is what Trigon does to a planet by burning it away. You see how it happens. They're looking at a real-time projection of how Trigon would destroy a planet. It was literally stated that he destroyed a world and he was going to do the next to Earth, covered in his darkness, destroy it as well. You're probably wondering, why is this stuff relevant? Well, that was the son of Trigon brother Blood. He ended up messing up Trigon. Like, how? And apparently absorbs his power for himself. You're still wondering, why is this relevant? Hold on a second. So apparently this guy has Trigon's essence inside of him, a guy that can destroy worlds, right? And it's stated,
"You can't beat me!"
But he can.
Hey, I didn't write this stuff. Blame the writers. Superboy apparently can overpower him even though he got Trigon's magic or essence or whatever. Somebody that's confirmed to be at least a planet buster. But guys, all of this could be just me. All that Trigon stuff, all the potential of him being eventually faster than the speed of light. Imagine him flying at you at those speeds. You know, it's a lot of potential for this Superboy. We don't really know his full potential or prime. But I definitely think it's possible for him to lift skyscrapers and stuff because we ain't really see him struggle lift nothing. But before I get going, everybody, I gotta say thanks to the donators real quick. It helps out a lot. Respect this version of Superboy though. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later.